Hi everybody, Heidi here, Yorkshire crafter. Two birds with one stone today. I'm going to show you a different technique from me, but I need to cut some. I'm sorry this is right in your face, but I can only go so high. I need to cut some more of these rectangle frames. So I think it was Michelle that asked about the new Gina K. Oh my gosh, it sticks well. The inch cut. So I used it once the other day for embossing, and I said I'd show Michelle or give her an idea of what it's like. Let me just show you my, it's a bit of a mess, but so size wise, if I can just put that to the side, that's my Platinum 6. So it is smaller in height, but let's just have a look. So we're only cutting two, so we won't have it out for long. So you pull your panels down and push them in, and it sticks like nothing else. So you've got your big base for the bottom and your cutting mat, and you have a separate embossing mat and stuff. And also, I should have shown you, on the side you've got dials. So I've set mine to die cut. I've set mine to die cut, but I've had to set it to, is that nearly -3, because it wasn't cutting. So now it's cutting. So I'll just cut two now because I just need two more. So I've stuck two rectangle dies together. These are infinity dies by Hero Arts. In fact, that's them. They're brilliant. I've got all sorts of different infinity dies. I love me infinity dies. So, piece of cardstock, putting over my dies. Now, a minute ago, I mean, you can do it even without holding on. It's absolutely brilliant. I tell you, it sticks like I've never known anything stick. But yeah, a minute ago, they weren't cutting through. Oh, it's cutting all the way through now. Oh no, it's that corner again. Keeps missing this corner for some reason. So it's obviously something I'm doing, because it was cutting at the beginning. So I'll just do one more. Cut all Rosie's hair. There is no getting away from it. She's laid on my feet, by the way. Turn it over and try again. It's a lot easier on your arms than any I've used before. Let's try. Did it cut? Yeah, well that one cut all the way. So it's obviously something I'm not doing when I'm setting it up. Right. Let's get this out of the way. Pull it out, rock it off, and it comes undone. That's it. Ta-da! That's put away. Right, before we go any further, because we're going to use these frames, I'm just going to stick some down so they've got time to set. Yeah, I don't know. It's clearly me that's doing something. So I already had some done. I think 3 will be enough for each. Making sure they're level all the way around. So I'm just going to glue. I didn't get a note ready today. Oh, I even forgot to get my pencils out. That's not a problem. I know where they are. See if this is ready. I was going to put foam on, but like I say, I'm trying to cut back on foam use, and I'm doing okay at the moment without it. Although I will use everything I've got because I've got loads of it. stick these down and then I'll put some heavy on top of them while we carry on with the next bit. Eden's in the next room. Grandma, where are you? She can obviously hear me. She's supposed to be kipping. So one of these that we're doing, I sort of tested yesterday, and the other one I didn't, but I just presume it's going to work. So I'm not going to sentiment or bling them till after the video, because the whole idea of this is about the technique. I mean, if I have time I will, but push for time on Tuesdays. I can only come in here when Eden's sleeping, so... I mean, I could bring her in with me, but... Oof, she'd be into everything. It'd be a little dream world for her in here, with all colours and sparkles, and... Whereas Toby goes and sits in dog bed and watches his tab. I don't know why he sits in dog bed, because there's a perfectly good craft chair. I never sit down to craft unless I'm painting. If I sit down to craft, I ain't getting back up. Oh, she's shouting for Noah and Pixie now, my brother and sister. She'll be asleep by the time I finish it, and it's time for her to get up then. Right, I think we'll call that a day. So move them to the side. I am just going to sit them over here. Right, they've got some heavy on them now. I'm doing the paper. Sorry girls there. Just chucked a load of paper on the floor. Right, today we're going to need a block. I wanted a bigger block than that, and I used it yesterday. Let's go for this one. Right, this can be done two ways. We're using baby wipes, but I did it yesterday. Look at this. On dry ones. So it does work on dry. This is my first time doing it wet. So I thought I'd give it a go. And all you're doing, you're making a little ink pad if you like. I'm only going to put 2 down. Should be enough. Now then, if I prefer to do it the dry way, then I've got some dry ones ready, so I thought I'd have a go with the wet ones. So what I did, these are all re-inkers. And I'm thinking about the colours I want to use. I want squeezed lemonades. I don't have them all, so I'm just going by what I like. Picked raspberry. I'm going tumbled glass. Oops, and I want purple. And villainous potion. So that's what I'm putting on the first one. But the second one, please have an orange. Oh, we'll go mustard seed for the second one. Maybe fired brick. And tea dye. Let's go with them. I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah, I need to stock up on a lot more. No, I'm going to put a bit of cracked pistachio in that. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to put a bit of mowed lawn in. So that one's a separate one. Put the reds with that. Move these out of the way. So we want a piece of cardstock. Now then, I want to make sure I've got the right cardstock. Yeah, I have. So I'm using Nina Classic Crest. One for that and one for this. By the way, that cutting machine, you have all, it tells you everything what you need to do. You can't go wrong with it, honestly. Like I say, mine weren't cutting first, so I just turned the dial up There's a number dial. We just turn the number dial up and it just cut it perfect then. I've got about 7 machines. I'm going to have to get rid of some. Right then, we're using a very dirty stamping thingamajig. Right, let's do it. Right, so what we're doing, I'm going to make sure they've all had a really, like that one hasn't, a really good shape. Oh no, the blue's not obviously on right. I'll turn that over. Why is that leaking? Oh, it is an unlock. Good stuff. Why is it leaking? I want to use it. Right, I have absolutely no idea. So I'm hoping it'll just come out. I'll try it on this one in a couple of drops. Yeah, still coming out same. So I'm going to go yellow. I don't know if I like putting it onto wet wipes. Chuck that in the box. I'm going to have a bit of blue. So I'm trying not to put any on top of each other. But they will eventually come close. I'm going to leave that one out and find out what's wrong with it. Going pink. Just spotting it everywhere. You probably don't need this much, but I like it. I like playing. And then I'm going to whack some purple in it. Now, depending on what kind of scene you want to do, will depend on how much of what colour you put in. See, I wanted this to be more yellows and it's turned out to be more pinks. But we're going to go with it. Right, so what you're going to do is you're going to get your stamp. So we are going to be using Rogue. Oh yeah, I've got my black one outside me. I did eventually order my refills for my Nocturne. I don't know where they're coming from, but they're taking a while. And we're using the little flowery bit out of the... We're using that one, out of the Forest Moss. And we're going to stamp that one first. Now, bearing in mind, I'll probably cut this card down because it's going to be framed with one of them other frames. I should have kept one here. And then I could have worked out where to put it. Right, so all you're going to do, put your stamp onto your ink. Now then, I'm going to stamp that off because I don't know how that's going to come. That's why I wanted more yellow. So, stamp. Or should I say ink and stamp. Ink and stamp. Too much purple. Too much purple for my liking. It's not going to work the way I want it to. I prefer it done on dry. Shall I swap over? Yeah, I'm not liking that much. Let's grab some blue. I mean, it'll look alright when it's all done. I love the blue in it. Let's go that way. It does, it looks lovely. I do like it. just a shock when you first start putting on. It's like, oh my gosh, that's different. And still, I prefer it dry. Now, I don't know what I think of that. So do you know what I'm going to do? That's your wet one. I'm going to do it dry as well. Let me just... Let's clean that stamp off. I mean, it's a brilliant look. Look at it. Look at the different colours that you get in it. But I'm going to try it dry again because I liked it better. Whether it's just because my colours didn't move as much, I don't know. Oh, let's get the other block. This time I'm not going to put as much purple in. I want a bit more yellow and blue. In fact, I might only put 3 pink in as well. Oops, oops. Hey, that came out fast. Watch it. Yesterday it'll have been a fluke. And it probably won't work. Oh dear, it better work now after this. I definitely want some purpling because we're going to be doing some purple blending. My problem here is it's not all close together, so let's give it another go. Let's get another piece of card. Where's my card gone? I've just been using. I'll have to grab some more for the next one. Let's try again. So this is on a dry baby wipe. And I like that so much better. It seems like it's got more, seems like you've taken more care with it, if that makes sense. Or maybe it's just the colours, I don't know. Look at them, they're beautiful. Right, now I want a bit of purple in it. Oh, just, you wouldn't get them colours by doing this any other way. I just love it. Now, what we're going to do now, just chuck a few down bottom. Isn't that lovely? So you compare, that's the dry one, and that's the wet one. For me, I prefer that one. I don't know now. I might just do, I might not even get to the other one. I might just stick with these and see how it goes. And finish them both the same way, and then you get to see the actual finished project, don't you? One wet, one dry. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take Rogue, she's here, look, and I'm going to stamp her up in black, all apart from, I mean, I did have to colour her in, I'm not going to lie, she didn't stamp very well. So her hands, I do have to put some more black on her in a minute. This was a bit awkward, so I'm not going to say it wasn't. So I want the flower in the colour, and I want the stem in the colour. Get a bit more in there. And then I have to go back on because it takes it off her leg. Her arms are all right. I'm just going to go with that. Let's have a look. So I'm just going to stand her like that. I think Eden's gone to sleep. Finally. Right. Like I said, she needed colouring in, so let's just see. Yeah, she still does. That's alright, it's not a problem. But look at the flowers, how she's holding coloured flowers. I thought it was great. I'll just leave that one on it a minute. And I've got my marker here because I'm not going to be putting any highlights on her. I want her to just stand out in black. It's a nice easy way to do it. I could have put her in the platform, but I'd have had to mess about getting my paper more precise rather than worrying about the ink, because I wouldn't have got another go at it with that same colour ink, you know what I mean? If I'd have double dipped the coloured ink, it could have ended up a mess. I think that looks alright, doesn't it? To say I can't see it properly from where I'm stood. And that'll do. There we go. Shall I do the same one? It's got a bit of a mess, did that. And do it in too dark. Yeah, let's do it. She's already on platform. I can still show you the other one. It's not a problem. So, in fact, you know what? I'll stamp it. The ink up first. Now this might work now it's been sat a while. Let's go for a bit of pink on the stem. It's got some nice green on that flower. Yeah, I'm gonna have to colour her in, definitely. It's okay. So it just shows, doesn't it? Whatever colours you use, it's going to dictate how your picture's going to look anyway. I'm just going to sit there a minute while I grab my pencils that I need. I'll move these inks now because I'm not going to be using them again. I mean, there's loads of stamping left on them if you want to do something else. Let me just grab my pencils. So I'm using just 4 of my Prismacolor pencils out of here. I don't even know why I put them away. Blue, pink, purple, yellow. And I'll grab another piece of card just in case we do that other one. Yeah. Definitely this depends on your ink that you use, doesn't it? It is also colouring my stamps. It'll come off, I'm not worried about it. It doesn't change the way it works. Right. I just grabbed a couple of pieces in case we do something else. Oh, look at this was me. Those are the colours I had yesterday, because that was a dragon that I stamped to see if it'd work. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So yeah, those are the colours I did. Right, quickly colour her in. And what I'll do is I'll quickly show you the other one, although I won't be making it into a card as of yet, because I didn't cut any extra frames. But I will just show you what I was planning. It'll be made into a card for when it goes live. I'll have it all ready then. Try to rush through this for you, sorry. That'll do, won't it? That'll do. So while we've got the inks out, I'll just show you this one. So my next one was going to be, I don't want festive berries, let's go lumberjack and green. Now these colours might not even work together. And I'm going to use a dry one just because that's what I prefer. So I'm putting down some red. I wanted as dark red as possible, but I think this is the darkest I've got. Like I said, they might not even work together. Let's hope they do. I'm a bit worried about the green and the red together. Oops. Hey, you don't have to get carried away. I may have to put a bit more thought into these colours. I definitely wanted an orange, and actually putting the yellow on the reds gives me an orange. Oh, this could work good. So for this one, I just wanted the maple leaf. I use this one a lot. I think because it's solid. And this works better with solid images. And all I was doing with this one was going to make a background anyway, so let's see. Oh, it just fits and all. Let's see what we get out of it. Be great for, well, you could do it for spring or autumn, couldn't you? Look at that. That looks like a marijuana leaf. Why does it look like that? That looks strange like that. But I love them colours. Oh, goodness me. That's a great background. I will definitely make it into a card, and I'll do some blending around edge. Oh my goodness, I love it. I like this better than fairy. Oh, that was my shoulder that cracked. Very nice. This is why it works better on solid stamps. It's a right background that in there. Even if I do say so myself. And I will probably put some bling in between this, and I'll put a nice big sentiment on it. I don't want to waste it, I want to carry on. And all three colours go lovely. I'm going to stop. That is amazing. There is so much ink left on that. I'm going to keep that one a minute. Rosie, you are really in my way, kid. Doesn't that look fantastic? Oh my gosh, I love it. But we're finishing these two, because these are the two that I've got stuff ready for. So with these pencils, all I did, let's sharpen that a minute. All I've done, well actually for this one I'm going to draw a bit of the stem in because it weren't there. That's easy done, isn't it? Don't know why that one stands out better when this was the darker colours. Right, let's do it. So what I did, just random spots. And random curls through the hair. You could do it all one colour if you want. I thought it just went with theme at card. I can't wait to do something with that leaf one. That's just fantastic. I love it. Bit of pink. I'm sticking to some lines, but on some of them I'm not. I'm just putting some extras through there. No wrong with that. And a bit of blue. I'm doing the same on here. I'm just rushing these bits now. I don't want Eden to wake up. Like I say, today was just more or less about showing you the technique. It's not something you see a lot of people doing, and I think it gets forgotten. And I just love it. I especially love it on autumn cards now. I think that's going to be my favourite thing to do come autumn. But again, I'll be like everybody else, I'll just forget. I know so many techniques, and yet ask me to sit down and do something with you and I wouldn't have a clue. I look back on old cards when I first started. Oh my goodness me, they were awful. But I then can change what I've done in the past into a stamping card, because I didn't use to stamp, I just used to cut bits out and stick them on like you do. Oh, I just can't. Look at that, it's just getting better and better. Oh my goodness, that's there. Right, we want some confetti. Watch it, I'm looking for some. I bet I've already got it out. There it is. Oh no, it isn't. There it is. Violet chalk. So I'll brush the brush. I said the end bits, I'm just doing the same because I didn't plan on doing a wet one and a dry one. But there you go. Not all your plants come together, do they? So a bit of pink. You won't see much of the pink, you'll see more of a purple hue to it. In fact, that's a lot of pink I've gone in with there. Blue would probably look better. In fact, I will on my next one. I'm not putting anything up here until I've got it all together, which I'll do off camera, the sentiment, because I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Purple chalk, violet chalk, sorry. To be fair, you're not going to see much of this because you're going to have the frame around it. Thinking on, I should have actually put the flowers further up. Actually, no, forget that. I was going to put a thick line round, but you're not going to see it. I've just said so, haven't I? The edges are getting cut off anyway. I'm going to take the little mask. Now, I don't know if to put it over here. I'm just going to put central because there's going to be a, what do you call it, isn't there? A frame around it. I'm probably going to put some white sparkle on it and white well, I am doing, so I'm going to do it now while we colour the other one in, so this one can be drained. No, what's going on there? That's not going to work. Gee, I will use my white paint. Put a little bit on there with a tiny bit of water. I'll have to spray it off to the side. Cover that up, I just saw that touch the paint. Probably been better off with a different colour actually, but you know what? She's covered in white now. Rosie, get off my feet. She's licking my feet. I just want my blue brush a minute. So because this one's lighter, I'm going to do blue and purple on this one. Oh, that's better anyway. I like that better. Yeah, so which is your favourite? The one done on a wet baby wipe? Or the one done on a dry? 100% got to be dry for me, especially the way the leaves came out. That blue looks lovely on there. I don't even ever want to put purple on top now. Nearly done. I don't often do this either, but I think it does give it a lovely look. Just makes it stand out, doesn't it? Right. I don't ever want to put purple on. Let's have a look. I can mess with corners because I'll be cutting it off. Let's just have a... Oh yeah, it looks nice that. Ah, that looks lovely. Not too much. I think the other one's a bit pink now. Don't know whether to splash it. I'm just going to try and do it just near the bottom. I don't like it on fairy there, so that's a mistake. Right, let me just clean that off. What I'll do after is I'll go over and with my pen and I'll just make her black again, because I don't like her having white on her. The rest of it I'm okay with. Right, we're nearly done. So I want my quickie glue pen. And I wanted to use... Now then, look, I've got this autumn spice one. That will go absolutely beautiful on there. So I'll be putting a bit of that on that one later. But here I've got the holographic and the mermaid. I think I'm just going to put a few bits of the holographic on both of them. So make sure that white's dry, because otherwise it'll... I'm seeing if that will actually cover her up. Yeah, I wasn't into her being all white. Thank goodness for Sharpies, eh? Don't have to be perfect. She's got speckly tights on. I think Rosie's a bit fed up again. That'll do. Didn't realise she had it on her feet. That's okay. That's better. Right, so with the quickie glue pen, I'm just gonna... Are you coming out? Put a couple of dots. I'm not going to do it on all of them. trying to stay away from edge because of the cut that it's going to get. You could do it with just a white gel pen, but you wouldn't get the look. You won't see it because of the pale colours, and even on them. That blue and yellow make lovely when they come together. So if there's any bits you want covering, just use your pencils and put a bit of colour in. Right, I'll call that it for now till I can see what's missing. Ah, that's lovely. This glitter is amazing. Just works on out. And that's just enough. Oh, I'm going to throw that away then. Like your paper on your bum, on your pyjama bottoms. Right, we're just about ready to put it together. I want my Wink of Stella. And I'm just literally putting a little bit fruit wings. That makes them shine. Normally I'd put, what do you call it on them as well? Glossy accents, but I don't have time. I'm going to put a few bits through her hair as well. You'll be surprised how much of that shine you get to see when you see it. I won't say in real life, but that doesn't sound right, does it? Right, let's get the card bases. Let me get the frames that we did. So the frames are going to be slightly smaller than the card base. Which is how I wanted it. That's not even cut straight. Where's my little cutter? We're going to be using this anyway to cut them down. This is mini Tim Holtz cutter. I love it. But I just want to get that bottom cut off. That's perfect. Every time I make a card base, I have to cut some off. Right, so now I need to cut off. So I'm thinking of putting a sentiment. Yeah, somewhere up there. So I want to cut off at least, I don't know what you call them, but I know what I mean. About that much on that side. Same on there. A little bit more. This is how I do it. I just guess everything, me. In fact, where's my pencil? I'm going to cut it. I'm going to mark it so that I cut it there. And I just want a tiny sliver off this side as well. And then on that mark. Ah. That should be perfect. It's a guessing game, unless you're good at maths. There you go. That's all I wanted. So I'm going to do the same with this one. But I'm just going to do exactly what I just did with that with pencil. It's easier. I want to have it there. 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 And somewhere around there. Let's see if that works. All my glitter's going to come off now. That should have done the job. Let's have a look. Hey. And now to glue them down. I just thought, when I did it yesterday, I didn't put a frame on, and I just thought it looked a bit lost. I just put a backing on it, and I just thought, it's a bit lost, is that? So I decided to frame it. And that looks so much better. That's perfect. I'm using Gina K Connect glue to glue all this down. And I need refilling. I've got plenty of it, I'm not worried. Right, the base opening the right way. There you have it. So yes, I will definitely come in with a sentiment there. Maybe put some bling, I don't know. I don't know what to do yet. But doesn't that look nice in a frame? I so much like it with the dry one. Let's put the wet one together. I think I went a bit overboard with the pink and the purple, but somebody likes pink and purple, don't they? It doesn't look too bad now when you put a white frame on it. Make sure it's all... That's not right. Oh, I wondered what that was. It's the white splatter that I put on. Silly girl. It'll probably just be one of my pre-cut sentiments that I put on. I am going to do a video on sentiments because a few people have asked now. So I need to get that up. I mean, these I can come in and do. Doing something like that, I've got to organise myself properly. Right, guys. There we go. And they did turn out to be two different cards, didn't end up really. But still, this is going to do it for me. Don't even know what to do with it. If I was putting it on a card base, be ashamed to put it in a frame, but I don't know what else to do with it. I'll have a play. Right, guys, I'm off. So I hope you try that technique. I hope you like it. Dry, wet. Totally different. Same colours. Maybe a tad more purple on there. Right, I'm off. I'll catch you next time, guys. Happy crafting. Bye.